Chris. I appreciate the attempt at keeping some positivity here. All right, giving it a minute for everybody to rejoin again. I said it. I said it in the chat before I switched over, but if this keeps happening, I'm going to need to find a new streaming platform because this can't keep happening. All right, going to give it another 30 seconds. Make sure the stream is up and running and make sure everybody's had a chance to get back in before we start the next pack. Got 12 back in. I'm going to wait another couple seconds. I know we had 25-ish in the last one. All right. Looks like we got a good number of people back in here. Let's keep things moving. Starting this pack with Drew Beam, Dakota Jordan, the Mebs guys, Dakota Jordan and Daniel Egan, Josh Caron, Randall Diaz, Brian Holiday, Ethan Schiefelbein, Ethan Anderson, Chris Cortez, Braylon Dowdy, Griff O'Farrell, Bryce Rayner. In refractors, we have Colt Emerson, Mick Abel, Tyson Neighbors, Brooks Auger, Vladdy Guerrero, Ethan Salas, Matt Shaw refractor, Luis Baez, and Meb. Your guy is on fire. Daniel Egan auto base again. Travis Bazzana plasma power behind that. Egan has 2 autos in the break tonight. This Daniel Egan run is almost as crazy as this streaming issue. All right, sleeving up the from this one. Matt Shaw, refractor, Tyson Neighbors, couple of big name prospects, and now major leaguers getting refractors in this one. Griff O'Farrell and Bryce Rayner getting base chrome. And for anybody who just got into this stream, Daniel Egan getting another base auto there. Second base autograph of the night for Daniel Egan. Second or third Bryce Rayner base. Hopefully everybody's back over here. I feel like this stream reboot keeps killing the chat. So thanks all you guys for sticking with this. We have no color in the refractors in this bottom pack and no color in the papers in this bottom pack. Funky Cole Messina getting a chrome. Woody Hadeen, Eddie Reinards, Carter Matheson, Nate Dome, Luke Holman, Griffin Burkholder, Jonathan Santucci, Kellen Lindsay, Theo Gielan, and Connor Griffin back on the board. Carter Johnson, Ryan Harvey, Luke Keishel, Walker Jenkins, Pablo Guerrero, Adolfo Sanchez, Charlie Bielenson, Gage Zeal, Ryan Clifford, Jack Caglione, and Braden Montgomery getting the inserts. I think moving forward, my strategy is going to be to simultaneously cast the breaks on I guess Facebook. And I'll get my phone and I'll simultaneously cast the streams on my phone just to as a so we have one continuous stream the entire time. Have you guys seen any other breakers having issues like this and have any kind of thing that they did to fix that issue in terms of using other platforms or I don't know any other tactics to get around freezing streams. We have a Blue Wave autograph coming, and since I'm paranoid now, I'm going to go right to the Blue Wave autograph, and it is Dylan Dreeling. 72 of 150 on the Blue Wave auto with a James Tibbs plasma power behind that. So Dylan Dreeling getting the hit with that sloppy signature of his, 72 of 150. I think I'm going to switch the Dreeling and the Cole Mathis. Get that Blue Wave auto on there next to the Eli Serrano blue color match. Kind of a color match there for Dreeling as well. Twitch was good. I've never used Twitch, but I may have to do that. Was watching another day for a while and didn't experience any freezing. Yeah, I mean, let's go through the rest of this pack. I'll keep talking. We have Trey Morgan, number 60 of 499 sky blue paper. Ariel Armis, Nick McLean, Blake Larson, Carter Holton, Boston Bateman, Ryan Waldschmidt, Cam Smith, and Jack Caglione back on the board. Cam Caminiti, Ben Hess, Tyson Lewis, Billy Amick. Our refractors, we have George Lombard, Jared Cerna, Clark Candiati, Tanner Jones, Caden Dana, Yoandy Morales, Juan Baez, and Davison De Los Santos. So I'm one of the lovely things about living in New York City is buildings choose the Wi-Fi for you, so they allow you limited choices. In my case, my building pays for one provider for the entire building and doesn't give you any other choice. So I'm kind of stuck with my Wi-Fi. So if this has anything to do with my Wi-Fi and the fact that on my side it keeps saying unstable connection, makes me think that it might be a Wi-Fi thing. I'm gonna see if I can get like a Wi-Fi booster since I can't change the service. We get the big hit New York City sirens in the background, but we also get speaking of, there's a siren. Let's see what we're gonna get coming up next. Just Ethernet cable. That's actually not a bad idea. Maybe I could do that. All right, we have no color in the back of this one and no color in paper. Yeah, maybe I can try, although I'm on a Surface Pro and I don't know if I can Ethernet into the Surface Pro. Maybe there's a way I could do some kind of connection thing to get it into that. Casey Cook, Jamie Ferrer, Eli Serrano, Aiden May, Blake Wright, Travis Bazzana, Cash Mayfield, Caleb Bonemer, Cal Steven, Josh Kuroda-Grauer, Johnny King, Sam Antonacci, Tommy Troy, Miles Naylor, Jeremy Rodriguez, Rainer Arias, Rhett Lauder, Aiden Miller, Eduardo Herrera, and Dowell Joseph. Nick Kurtz and Chase Burns getting our inserts. So Sirens didn't bring us much besides a Bazzana Chrome there, but let's see the auto half of this pack. Let's see. John says, I work from home and I got that until I open up to your plan. Yeah. I think the first thing I'll try is the what's it called? Signal booster. All right. Let's see. Autograph. We have a base autograph coming up here in the second half of this pack. We have no color in the paper. Bryce Cunningham starts us off in chrome. Levi Sterling, Dante Nori, Trey Savage, and Christian Moore. Peyton Toll, John Spikerman, Nathan Flewelling, Nick Mitchell, James Tibbs, and Kalen Culpepper. Chase Harlan, Pablo Guerrero in refractor, Adolfo Sanchez, Charlie Bielenson, Gage Zeal, Ryan Clifford, Brock Wilkin, Augustin Ramirez, Braden Taylor, and Jared Thomas. A nice autograph there on the base auto. First time it wasn't a pitcher on the base. Nick Kurtz plasma power. So the Siren got us a Jared Thomas base auto. We'll take that. Not a huge card there, but a nice middle level prospect in the base auto. Kalen Culpepper, Dante Nori, and yes, Savage. And we'll get the Christian Moore in a top loader, and then one more pack to finish up box number 2. And we'll shift over some cards and see if we can get an uninterrupted box 3. Yep, we got the Amic Blue already, right? We have a Lunar Glow and no other hits in the back of this one. Treya Savage in back-to-back packs and Christian Moore in back-to-back packs. Peyton Toll, John Spikerman, Nathan Flewelling, Nick Mitchell, James Tibbs, and Kalen Culpepper again. Chase Harlan, Casey Cook, Jamie Ferrer, Jackson Kent, Victor Hurtado, Felnine Celestin, George Lombard back on the board, Jared Cerna, Clark Candiati, Tanner Jones, Caden Dana, and Brock Porter going to the leftover lot with the Lunar Glow. Walker Jenkins on the inaction and Carson Benj on the in-tune. Amick is ripping it up so far. Yeah, I have actually heard some really good things about Amick. I'm surprised his prices haven't popped more than they have because, yeah, he's been looking good for the Twins. I think the call up had him in the right around the 10 mark in the organization, if I remember correctly, for the Twins. All right, let's see what's going on in the chats. Jonathan says his theory on Bazana may be busted. What's your theory on Bazana? Oh, the Bazana case. Charlie Condon is here to start the season in A-ball. Going to check him out. That's awesome. Charlie Condon cover art for 2025 Bowman, I believe. We have a refractor auto coming here. Let's go right to it. And it's Blake Larson, number 78 of 499 with a Braden Montgomery plasma power behind that. So Blake Larson gets our last autograph of pack box number 2. Up to the Chromes, we have Jared Thomas, Blake Burke, Braylon Payne, and Chase Burns. I believe it's the second time for all of them. Gage Miller, Ivan Luciano, Ryan Campos, Aaron Parker, AJ Causey, Bryce Cunningham, Levi Sterling, and Dante Nori. Refractors, we have Alexander Albertus, Ty Pete, Euandre Vargas, Kyle Teal, Francisco Villarreal, Giovanni Rodriguez, Parker Smith, and Connor Foley. Are you saying that Amick won the national championship in college? What school was Amick at? All right, sleeving up these hits from the last pack, and then we will shift some cards over and get into box number 3. Amick went to Tennessee. Who else was on that Tennessee team? Dreeling. Oh, and Moore, right? Moore was a Tennessee guy. Was that 2024 or 2023? You think that Hunter Green's finally finding it and gonna be gonna live up to his initial potential? That would be very scary for the Reds rotation with Lodolo, Burns coming up. All right, let's see. Still waiting for your Ole Miss boy to make it big. Elko DeLucia and Kemp Alderman. Yeah, I haven't really heard much about Kemp Alderman. since he got drafted. I know Topps originally had him listed in their top 100 prospects in the 2024 Bowman release or 2023 Bowman release, and I really haven't heard much about him since. Side note, did I see that Drew Timmy got the call, and I think he got a 2-year contract as well. Yeah, I was very pumped to see that. My guy Timmy playing in Brooklyn. I probably should make it out to a game next year if he's still on that roster. I have not been to an NBA game despite living like a 15-minute walk away from Madison Square Garden in years. I did get to the Gonzaga UConn game this year, but have not been to a pro basketball game at MSG in decades, I think. All right, last box of the case, last box of the break. And we have the empty box there. Justin Steele season-ending surgery. That's not good. Not already. All right, here we go. Final box of the night. Starting us off, we have purple and fuchsia. Our first fuchsia hit of the night. No color in the papers to start us off. James Tibbs starting us off after finishing the last box hot, along with Kalen Culpepper. Chase Harlan, Casey Cook, Jamie Ferrer, Eli Serrano, Aiden May, Blake Wright, Bazana back on the board. Cash Mayfield, Dylan Cruz, Deber de los Santos, Paulinho Santana, Josiah Romeo, Jackson Kent, Victor Hurtado, Felnian Celestin, George Lombard, Christian Moore on the purple, and Josue DePaul, another nice Dodger hit, number 9 of 199. Kalen Culpepper and Leo DeVries on the inserts. So another very nice start to a box here. Josue DePaula in the call-ups top 15 prospects. Christian Moore, the Farmella box Michael's calling for. Let's see, Zags tickets here are near impossible to get. You have to like camp out if you're a student, right? One of these days I do want to get to a game. Probably be one of me or my brother's birthday presents to each other at some point in our lives. Actually, we got to get this Christian Moore up on the board. Let me put that here, and I will put the Walker Jenkins on the other side. So as soon as these packs are gone, it'll be in the display. Let's get the Bazana and a top loader. Let me get these out of the way. And let's sleeve up the Mayfield, the Tibbs, and the Culpepper. And let's keep things moving. Need to see some red in this one. I thought we saw orange for a second when that Elway came out, but then it was just the Elway refractor, which is a great hit. Also, base autos to start us off in this one. Ryan Campos, Aaron Parker, AJ Causey, Bryce Cunningham, Levi Sterling, Moore, Dante Nori, Treya Savage, and Christian Moore. Nice Christian Moore break tonight. Peyton Toll, John Spikerman, Nathan Flewelling, Nick Mitchell. Refractors, we have Vladdy Guerrero, Ethan Salas, Matt Shaw, Luis Baez, Alexander Albertus, Ty Pete, Yuendry Vargas, Kyle Teal, and our auto is catcher Cody Shojanaga. Connor Griffin on the Plasma Power. Shojanaga on the base autograph. Our second Matt Shaw refractor of the night for the Cubs third baseman, right? Not shortstop. What do Shaw's stats look like so far? I know he had a tough first series, but I really haven't looked at his stats since then. And I have to imagine he must have done something in the 16 runs that the Dodgers scored, or the Cubs scored against the Dodgers. Bad. Yikes. All right. Well, fingers crossed that he can pull it together because I have a futures bet on him for Rookie of the Year. No color in the back of this second pack. No color in the paper either. Dylan Dreeling in Chrome, Brandon Neely, Fenwick Trimble, Ty Southesine, Jaron DeBerry, Ryan Johnson, Titus Sissel, Hunter Cranton, Seaver King, Carson Benj, and Brody Brecht, Bryce Meckage, Jared Cerna, Clark Candiati, Tanner Jones, Caden Dana, Yoandi Morales, Juan Baez, Davison De Los Santos, Colt Emerson, Felnine Celestin, and Sebastian Walcott on the in tune and in action. Seaver King is struggling too. He looked pretty good in the swing wise and contact wise in the futures game that we went down to. I don't know why that just got me to put him in a top loader. Carson Benj and Brody Brecht. Speaking of that Dodgers game, I don't know if anybody caught the end of that one where Miguel Rojas came in and gave up Gage Workman's first career hit and first career RBI in the same, I think it was in the same inning. And he also imitated a bunch of the Dodgers pitchers while he was on the mound. We have another base autograph here. 4 autos left, including this base auto. We have a Caleb Bonemer, Cal Steven, Josh Garota-Grauer, Johnny King, Sam Antonacci, Herrick Hernandez, Nick Montgomery, Ryan Sloan, Jacob Cozart. We have a J.D. Dix with a little something sticky on that one. Braden Montgomery and Nick Kurtz, Francisco Villarreal Refractor, Giovanni Rodriguez, Parker Smith, Connor Foley, Theron Lorenzo. I think it's actually Tehran Lorenzo. Camilo Diaz, Ashedri Vargas, Brandon Sproat, and Cal Steven on the base auto with a Brock Wilkin Plasma Power. Let's see. Yeah, I think Rojas impersonated Yamamoto, Kershaw, and I forgot who the third pitcher was that they said that he was doing impersonations of while he was getting absolutely lit up by the Cubs on the mounds in that blowout. All right, we got Parker and Foley firsts in refractors. We have this J.D. Dix with a little spot of something on it that I'm going to let the owner of that card get off. And Braden Montgomery and Nick Kurtz. PCA having a good start to the season. I see he hit a home run or 2 tonight. All right, let's see. Someone is getting a black in this, says Michael. Let's go to this pack next. I have a Benj Spotlight Red numbered to 5. That's an awesome card. Jealous. All right, let's see. We have some sirens in the background, and we have a Lunar Glow. So not a huge hit here, although gold in paper. Caden Dana, not huge, but a big-time prospect for the Angels. 49 of 50 there for Caden Dana. Ethan Schiefelbein and Ethan Anderson. Chris Cortez in Chrome. Braylon Dowdy. Griff O'Farrell, Bryce Rayner, Hagen Smith, Mike Sirota, Carson DiMartini, Rodney Green, Trey Snyder. Still Chrome, Ty Pete, Yoandre Vargas, Kyle Teal, Francisco Villarreal, Giovanni Rodriguez, Parker Smith, Connor Foley, Tehran Lorenzo, and Camilo Diaz on the Lunar Glow. Cam Caminiti and Adriel Rodney on the inserts. 3 more autos to go. The sirens on that one just brought us a Caden Dana Gold and Camilo Diaz Lunar Glow. So we need better sirens. Looks like Jonathan might be interested. Oh man, is Iglesias having a good season too? Would be really nice if the Mets had had Jose Iglesias playing second base right now instead of Brett Beatty and Luis Angel Acuna the way that they've been playing so far. All about player development, but Iglesias was the man. Nice Caden Dana. All right, let's see. Jonathan says he put your card in his watch list. Making moves. All right, what do we have? Another base. I think that's 3 base autos to start off this box. We have a Griffin Burkholder in Chrome, Jonathan Santucci, Kellen Lindsay, Theo Geelan, Connor Griffin, Carter Johnson, Drew Beam, Dakota Jordan, Daniel Egan, Josh Caron, Randall Diaz, Bryant Holiday. Refractor of Josue De Paula, Arjun Namala, Zaire Hope. Nice one there. Brock Porter, Dalton Rushing, Luis Guanipa, Samuel Basayo, Vladimir Asensio, and Michael Massey on the base autograph. Walker Jenkins on the plasma power. 2 more packs to get this last box looking as good as the previous 2. I guess we started with the Christian Moore purple, so we started off well, but we need one more stamp on this last box. All right, 2 more packs left. What can we make happen in those last 2? We have blue. We have blue and we have yellow, and I think we might have a refractor insert. So 3 hits coming up here. Let's see if we can turn this box in a good direction. Ben Hess starting us off in the front for Chris, Tyson Lewis, Billy Amick, Funky Cole Messina, Woody Hadeen, Eddie Reinards, Carter Matheson, Nate Dome, Luke Holman, Mick Abel, Tyson Neighbors, Brooks Auger, Vladdy Guerrero, Ethan Salas, Matt Shaw, Luis Baez, Alexander Albertus. The blue, another solid prospect on the blue. Samuel Basayo, 137 of 150. The yellow is Jacob Cozart, number 65 of 75. On the yellow, nice one there. The refractor, another nice Christian Moore refractor in tune, numbered 246 of 250. Hagen Smith and Nick Kurtz on our other 2 inserts. So Christian Moore having a hot case and having a pretty good night tonight. Christian Moore in tune, numbered to 250. Have a break more indeed. All right, Amick, Tyson Lewis, Ben Hess. Usually part of that nice coalition of firsts that usually includes Cam Smith and Jack Caglione and Ryan Waldschmidt as well, if I remember correctly. See if we have them coming up again soon with that Ben Hess coming out. Samuel Basayo, our second very nice blue non-auto of the night. We have a nice blue auto as well with the Eli Serrano and a blue wave with the Dylan Dreeling. Next autograph coming up. Looks like it's True Green. Let's go right to it. True Green auto of Nick Mitchell, number 70 of 99 with the Roman Anthony plasma power behind that. In the paper, we're going to get a sky blue Dylan Cruz. Not a bad way to do the sky blue paper hit. We have a Josh Hartle, Kavaris Tiers, Zach Earhart, Ariel Armas, Nick McLean, Blake Larson, Carter Holton, Boston Bateman, and there they are. Ryan Waldschmidt, Cam Smith, Jack Caglione, and Cam Caminiti. Figured they were going to be coming after we saw that Ben Hess. Zach Veen, Refractor, Harry Ford, Walker Martin, Johnny Farmello, Nate Knowles. I think it's the first time I've said his name. Jackson Wentworth, Adriel Rodney, and Max Clark on refractors. Cruz is definitely struggling bad. Of course, he had a 2-hit game last week when I bet on him to not get a hit. and he really hasn't done much since then, or much before then. I think this is the third Cam Smith base and third Caglione base. Not a ton of Cags coming out tonight. Cam Smith getting the Lava Auto, what appears to be our 16th autograph of the break. We one of the first times this release that we've got an extra auto. Nick Mitchell adding a green to that list of nice autos in this break. 70 of 99, Nick Mitchell. I'm going to put that on the stand with the Dylan Dreeling. Couple of middle tier, low numbered autographs together on that stand. Dylan Cruz. There's the Roman Anthony Plasma Power. And we have one more pack to go. We got things going and back again in that pack. Let's see how we finish things off. We have no color in the back of this pack and no color in the paper. So besides the autograph, it seems that we are out of refractors in this one. We have a Rodney Green Chrome, Trey Snyder, Cody Shojanaga, Ethan Bagwell, Casey Sauke, Colin Mathis, Jared Thomas. Back on the board with Blake Burke, Braylon Payne, and Chase Burns. Gage Miller, Ivan Luciano, Adolfo Sanchez, Charlie Bielenson, Gage Zeal, Ryan Clifford, Brock Wilkin, Augustin Ramirez, Braden Taylor, and Trey Morgan, Travis Bazana and Walker Jenkins on the inserts. All right, guys, like I mentioned, as we get into this last pack, we're going to be back next week with 3 jumbo boxes and 1 super jumbo box and a signal booster on our Wi-Fi. So hopefully we avoid any future unstable connections. We will recap the break after this one. We'll have that break running next week and the week after that. Then the following Sunday will be off before the 2025 draft release. We're going to get one more true blue, guys. I'm going to try and leave this in the back here, and we'll go through the pack in our normal order. We have an Adriel Rodney Sky Blue paper. That's numbered 82 of 499. Josh Caron, Randall Diaz, Brian Holiday, Ethan Schiefelbein, Ethan Anderson, Chris Cortez, Braylon Dowdy, Griff O'Farrell back on the board with Bryce Rayner and Hagen Smith. Mike Sirota, Carson DiMartini, refractors. Let's see if we can get one more big hit, guys. Chase Harlan, Casey Cook, Jamie Ferrer, Eli Serrano, Aiden May, Blake Wright, Tyson Neighbors, Brooks Auger. In the back, we have a Plasma Power of Christian Moore. And our last autograph of the break is a blue color match. Not a big name, but another blue color match in this one. Kind of the third blue color match between the Rangers, the Mets, and the Blue Jays. Johnny King, number 89 of 150, our last autograph of the break. Let's get all of the hits sleeved up from this one. Then we'll recap the hits from this whole break. Thank you, everybody, for sticking through this one with me. We will hopefully have this issue resolved by the next break. Jonathan says WrestleMania weekend, so we'll have to catch the replay. Is that next week, Jonathan? Nice break for Eli Serrano and a couple of other friends that had nice nights, including Christian Moore, Cam Smith, John Elway. Next weekend is WrestleMania weekend. Well, hopefully it'll be a nice replay when you catch it. So far, we've ripped 3 boxes out of this hobby case or jumbo case that I'm going to be continuing to rip next week. And we've had some pretty nice pulls. So fingers crossed we can continue that. That good luck. This was one of the cases that we got from Topps originally on release day. So fingers crossed, the continuation of release week cases keeping us hot. Let's organize our big names to start the recap. All right. What do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 Bryce Rayners. We have 3 Braden Montgomerys. We have 3 base Chase Burns. We have 3 base Cam Smiths. We have how many Christian Moores on Christian Moore night? 1, 2, 3, 4 base Christian Moores. We have 3 base Jack Cagliones. We have 4 Connor Griffins, 3 Nick Kurtz, and 3 Travis Bazanas. So not as hot a second half of the case for Bazana as it was in the first, where we got multiple autos of him. Let's see. I have to start buying your own cases for 2025. I mean, honestly, I posted this in my recap. I think that based off of the initial price that Topps dropped them and they sold out within a few hours, I imagine this time next year we'll see those jumbo boxes about $100 higher based on my projection of the class. Of course, that means nothing. We'll see how it happens. But right now we have 2024 jumbo boxes $150 higher. And I love that rookie, that first class. I don't think that so far this class has proven as much as that class has, but a year from now we'll see. All right, finishing up the recap, we have an Adriel Rodney sky blue paper, Johnny King blue color match auto, Dylan Cruz sky blue paper, Samuel Basayo true blue chrome, Jacob Cozart yellow, Christian Moore in-tune refractor, Zaire Hope refractor, Michael Massey base auto, Caden Dana gold paper, Camilo Diaz lunar glow, Cal Steven and Cody Shojanaga base auto, Josue De Paula fuchsia lunar glow, lunar crater, Blake Larson refractor auto, Brock Porter lunar glow, Jared Thomas base auto, Trey Morgan sky blue paper, Cole Mathis class of 2024 auto refractor to 250, Daniel Egan 1 and Daniel Egan 2 base autos, Cash Mayfield blue paper, Dalton Rushing blue color match chrome, Chase Burns lunar glow, Carter Holton base auto, Dante Nori purple chrome refractor, Griffin Herring aqua lunar crater, Parker Smith base auto, Peyton Toll Speckle, Noble Meyer sky blue paper, Nick Kurtz and Braden Montgomery and Travis Bazana refractors, Billy Amick true blue chrome, that is, Brooks Auger aqua lunar crater, Josh Caron purple, and Luke Keishel green grass. And then going back to the cards in the display, we have the Walker Jenkins titanium number 33 of 100 for the top 5 prospect. We have Dylan Dreeling on a blue wave auto number 72 of 150, and Nick Mitchell on a green auto number 70 of 99. We have Cam Caminiti on the aqua lunar crater 113 of 125. Christian Moore on the purple refractor number 157 of 250. Then our big hits, let's go. I guess we'll go with my boy Serrano off the board first, number 25 of 150 on the Serrano blue, true blue color match auto. Kalen Culpepper off the board next on the 318 of 499 refractor auto. Then I'll go with the John Elway retro refractor. And Cam Smith, I'm going to go the hit of the break with the in action 27 of 75 lava auto. Our 16th auto of the break there, Cam Smith, going to be my hit of the break. All right, everybody. Thank you again for joining. Thank you again for the patience with the streamers. We're going to get it boosted for next week and hopefully never have to deal with that again. And in the meantime, everybody have a good week. Start to check out that 2025 Bowman checklist that's out. And we'll see you back here next week for some jumbos for the first time in a while, and one super. All right, everybody, have a good week.